Boom, boom. This is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, so we got an update for Azur Lane today. Now, the update came up last night, so we're getting back onto track. The last event that they had, the Dreamwakers Butterfly event, that was actually sort of an insert event, and that's where they introduced, Shinano, the new UR, the first ever UR available character that you could actually build as UR. It would in turn came out with the new type of bullion to actually upgrade that character. I'll show you here in my dock. If you go into my dock, you need the specialized bullion UNIB, Ultra Bullion MK3. It's a nice, cute little bullion here. But this is what's needed for Shinano to limit break her. Now, just as an update, I did manage to get my hands on another Shinano, so I was able to limit break her once. Now, interesting thing here, when you try to upgrade Shinano, it's going to be with it. This is a new phase that they're interesting into the character here. So, now, if I wanted to limit break Shinano right now, okay, and use my bullion, I got to go in and unlock my bullion right there. She is. So to unlock it, because it's locked. They lock bullions. They lock the UR bullions because they don't want you to accidentally use them on something else. So now if I try to use that and hit confirm, it has a code. So you actually have to input a code to actually to limit break a UR ship. That's how scarce these items are, and they want to make sure that you don't accidentally use a UR bullion on an SR ship. So and then you have to type in the code 415937, hit confirm, and that'll do that. So I'll go ahead and do that there, since I want to use this bullion on Shinano. So you type in your code 415937, then hit confirm. And she's now in there in place, and for 4,500 you could then limit break Shinano. So I now have her limit broke 4 times. So up to so now she's now limit broke on 5, so just one more to fully limit break her. Now, so that's an interesting function. I'm glad they did that, actually, because they were probably going to catch a lot of flack if people were starting to actually use UR bullions on SR ships. They were probably going to catch a lot of heat for that. So this way, they're giving themselves an out here, saying, well, you have to enter into code. If you entered into code, then you're obviously not thinking about what you're doing. So that's what the thought on that is. So I'm glad that they did that. So yeah, so that's Shinano. But the Dreamwakers Butterfly event is over. So if you did not get Shinano, well, you're not going to be able to. The event is over. You can't get her. She was only available in that event at this time. She will, of course, be entered into the pool. Well, maybe not. I mean, Nagato has been out for what? Nagato's been out for what? Almost 2 years now, maybe. I think she came out originally, and you still can't get her in the build. You only get her in the event. So you might have to wait until the next Dreamwaker Butterfly event rerun pops up before you have a chance to get Shinano again. That's something that has not been determined yet. But Shinano is not a buildable ship as of yet. No, they have not entered her into the builds as of yet. But another thing, they did add Duke of York to the standard build pool. So if you don't have her, it took me a long time to really get my hands on her. She's in the build pool too if you want to use her. So let's take a look at what's going on. So now we're back on track now. So now that Dreamwakers is over, they're countering back to Narvik. Okay, the Battle of Forge. Now, if you remember in the first back when you could get Hunter, HMS Hunter. Let me see where I got her at. I don't think I have her on my thing anymore. But yeah, the ship was it was Hunter. Was one of the ships that you could get in that event. And Hardy was the other ship. They were both HMS ships, HMS Hardy and HMS Hunter. Now, what happened was the Germans sailed into Narvik Forge, and they took it over. you know, it really wasn't that heavily defended, except for the island in the center there, which they took out and took it over. So in the Hardy event, Hardy and Hunter were doing recon, so they went up in there to see what was up in there, identify how many German ships and German subs were up in there. That's what they did. Now the British are going back to retake the forge. Okay, now this is a total annihilation of the German fleet. Warspite was the flagship, and she led some HMS destroyers up in there. Another one she led was Foxhound. They went up into the forge and they completely obliterated the German fleet. They sank every single ship that was up in there. Okay, so that's the event that we're back up onto now, and it's called the Battle of the Forge. So you see, it's just a standard event. Okay, now there's a specialty in this event here. If you look at it, it's called Counterattack within the Forge. If you use Warspite or Foxhound, okay, and having them survive, you earn additional rewards for that. Okay, so, and this is, once you've done this, you'll be able to get this ship, Eskimo. Okay, so she's a specialty collector ship called Eskimo. So to get her, you'll have to probably, I would say it's probably going to be max 6,000, no, 10,000. 10,000 forge badges to get Eskimo. And make sure that you've got Foxhound or Warspite. I'm going to use Warspite because I have Warspite fully limit broke, and I also have her retrofitted, full retrofit, which requires the special Warspite sword. But even if you don't, put her in there because she's a powerful ship either way. So you want to use her in your fleet for this event because you'll get extra badges, and the extra badges will be needed for Eskimo, which is a pretty interesting little ship. Once I've got her, I'll do a video on her, and we'll talk a little bit about her being a specialty ship, and we'll see if she's really worth something to build up afterwards. These ships usually are, the ships that they have in the events like this are usually they're usually not super powerful, but they're usually like sort of niche ships is what I like to say. They're like good for a certain thing. So we'll have to see if Eskimo is something that we want to add into, you know, consider building. So also the Mooncake event came up. It came up a few days ago. Basically, this is just I already played it. It's just a match game. Okay, so you just match them. Okay, you just need to do it once a day. You don't need to do it multiple times a day. Once a day will get you through the event, and then you'll get Shiranui's outfit, a limited outfit for her, which is pretty nice. It's her Mooncake outfit, so you might want to go for that just because it's cool looking. If you already have the outfit, they'll give you coins. I don't have this outfit, so at least I don't think I do. So I'll get it and put it on Shiranui. Okay, so that's up. The banquet celebration. This is just over. It's over now. So you can still get some of the outfits. This is that outfit you're going to get for Shiranui. This is the Mooncake. If you get it in the event, but if you don't get it in the event, then you can possibly be able to purchase it. But I think it's a special limited. Doesn't say if it's limit. Yeah, it's a limited outfit, so you might not be able to. But yeah, this is the celebration. The plaza and all that stuff. It's still open, but you can't get any more Dreamwaker butterfly emblems because they have ended the event. So let's see what else we got. So Dreamwakers, I said, is over. When you had it go, say the event is ended, but you still have the rewards up. The rewards will be up for another few days. They usually put it up like a week, 5 to 7 days afterwards, just so you can use the rewards. So don't forget. So go in here and make sure that you've collected everything from within here. I already got Kamano, so I'm good there. Mandrew Chronicles, make sure that you finish all of these, all stages, all 7 stages, simply because there's a bundle, a bundle of rewards in here, people. A bunch of books, parts, gold, oil, everything was in there. So that was a really good event. Dreams of the Beginning, as we said, you can still continue to limit break the ships and get those missions that are available for that, but you can't get the missions running the ships in the event. So you'll be able to continue to complete these right here, which is fully limit break them. But unfortunately, you won't be able to do these because the event is closed, okay? But you can still continue to do these if you want to, but you might not be able to get the 3,600 medallions that are needed to actually get the actual chat screen, chat order that you get right here, the illusory butterfly portrait frame, okay? But if you can, you can. PR catch up. This is still going on. This is 30. After you get 30, you can get 30 for a Zumo. If you're building a Zumo, yippee. If you're not, and I'm not at this time, but you'll have 30 blueprints if you do ever do use her research and do. And she's a priority ship. You'll have some blueprints for her. So 30 of them. I'm hoping they'll do this for other ships. Like I'm hoping they'll do this for FTG and some of the other season 2 ships. Because I'm in the process of working on FTG right now. As this is still going on, the specialized core, of course, so we want to focus on that. Remember that you can. This is going to be an event. It's going to be a continuing event. Okay, so it won't go away. So this will allow you to get bullets for for our ships. So it's not going away, but the only way you'll be able to get them is through this event. So you got to keep doing it, and where you get them at is if you go into the shop and go into the prototype screen, you'll see them right here. Okay, you need to earn 4,000, and then you can buy one. Okay, and you're going to continue to earn these specialized core fragments. You're going to continue to earn these. It's not going to go away. So you'll see them drop on story mode events and things like that. I think I'd been doing the hard mode. You get like 6 drop. So that just lets you to know. Plus, there'll be daily events and missions that you can get them. I think if you do, it's a weekly event. I think I've already cleared it. Yeah, I have, but I can't. Yeah, I can't show. There's a weekly event for you to earn. I think it's 300 of these on that weekly event. So make sure that you do that each week and clear that, and that'll give you 300 of the cores. To go into the shop. So you need to get 4,000. So basically next week I will be able to get the cores. I'll get another 300 on that weekly event, and I'll have 4,000. So I'll be able to purchase another of the Ewer Bullens. Okay, and since I'm doing the final break for sure, Shinato, I'm going to need 2 of them because the final break always takes 2. But I got to get her to 70 first. She's not at 70 yet. So the final break should come at 70. So I'm at 45. So let's see here. You can see when you go into limit break. Yes, you need to get her to 70. Once I get her to 70, and then I will need 2 more Bullens to fully limit break Shinano, and then she'll be fully limit broke. Okay, so that's what it is. So yeah, so that's the event. So get in there and run this. Remember to put Warspite and your fleet, at least until you get 10,000. And then if you want to just run it for experience, you can then take Warspite out of your fleet, because once you've got the 10,000, forge medallions, you really don't need them for get to face 10,000. There's not a shop for this event. The only event shop is still the one for this. This will be up for another 5 days, so don't forget to use all of your fragments. I already got Key. I got Key twice. I built her twice, so I'm not going to purchase another copy of her out of here. But I am going to snatch up some of the parts, some of the blueprints. Yeah, I'll get these parts and all these blueprints, and anything else that's left over, I might get a cat box or something, or some cognitive chips, but I got a bunch of cognitive chips. You should be running your hard mode 3 tries every day, because you can get chips, and there's an event for chips. So you definitely want to be running that event, your daily event. You can run this event every day, and you get cognitive chips. So you should never be running out of cognitive chips. All right, so that's the event. So we're back on the history. So this is continuing with the Battle of Narvik in the Forge. So yeah, Warspite went up in there. She led the HMS fleet up in there, and they sunk there were a bunch of Z destroyers up in there. The Z-type destroyers, they all got sunk. Sunk every single one of them. I think it was like 8, and they sank them all. So yeah, it was a complete obliteration of the German fleet. Yeah, and Warspite led that. That was one of her. That was Warspite. I think, in my opinion, that was Warspite's shining moment, because she was the head of the fleet. She was the leader of that fleet, and to do that much damage to the other German ships was a testament to the firepower and strategic ability of her captain. So she did an excellent job as her flagship. So yeah, I think she was only the flagship a couple of times, and this was the one where she really shone. But yeah, so she was the head of the flagship for that fleet. So you want to use her in the event just to get extra drops on those forged medallions. And then once you've got 10,000 and get Eskimo, and then you can maybe take her out and put in another ship that you may be able to get experience on. You don't have to continue using her because there's no shot. I don't see the reason to continue using her and earning forged medallions if you've already got the 10,000 that you needed for the ship. Since there's no shop. I don't see any reason to actually, do that. You can get Eskimo in the build. So if you don't get her in, if you can't earn 10,000 medallions, then you might get lucky. And if you want to just continue to build on her, that would be a substitute. It's probably going to be she is an elite ship. So 12% chance you could probably build her in a couple of days. I still haven't do my daily build yet, so I'll go ahead and do 3 right here real quick, and we'll see if we can snatch her up. But yeah, so either way, she's a collector ship, so definitely want to get her. We'll talk a little bit about her stats a little bit later. Azuki, Foxhound. Okay, Foxhound is another ship that you want to put into this event. It says Warspite or Foxhound, so I'm taking that probably means that you don't have to use both. You just have to use one of them. I'm just going to clear these out here on Shinano because I'm just working on getting her enhanced up. So yeah, but Foxhound is the other one. So Foxhound is a common ship, so you should definitely have her. Everybody who, if you've been playing the game for a period of time, should have Foxhound by now. She drops on one of the early levels, and you'll get her quite frequently. So I didn't get her there, but yeah, so definitely want to put Warspite and Foxhound in there. So here's my Warspite. As you can see, she's fully limit broke 120. She's maxed out. Almost got all of her actual. I wonder if I have enough to enhance this. I do. So that one's up. So she's in my. The reason I have her, so I've also oathed her as well. The reason she's maxed out is she's one of the staples in my HMS PvP fleet, which is why I worked on her. So you definitely want to make sure that you've completed the retrofit as far as you can. To finish the final retrofit, you need to have her sword. So you can only get to right here. You won't be able to get her extra skill and the tactical learning in this until you get the sword. But at least you can do all of this, which will definitely increase her strength. You just won't be able to finally complete the retrofit. I did an actual review on Warspite up there, so you might want to take a look at that for a little bit of information as to what. But yeah, definitely want to put her in your fleet for this event and run her in there to get the medallions and get the 10,000 that's needed to get the collectible ship Eskimo. Okay, so that's everything. So we're back on track. So thanks a lot for watching the video. Remember to subscribe to my channel. Once you've subscribed, you'll see a little bell. If you click on the bell, you'll be notified each day that I drop a video. So thanks a lot for watching. This is Kid Rick coming at you from the corner, signing out.